That's what I like to hear. Mm-hmm. See, you're taking care of that grill. Yeah. Not that you weren't before, but I mean, it's.
I wasn't.
Not
before
really
I
weren't?
straightened them. No.
Really?
I mean, not like that.
Wait, so just because they were crooked, you didn't take care of them?
I didn't floss and use mouthwash. I would brush my teeth like once a day.
Yeah.
But now it's like after I eat everything.
But because they're straight now, you want?
Because I got in the habit of it. Because having Invisalign, you have to.
Oh, you have to get in there.
You have to floss, brush, and rinse before you put your things back in. So I just have been in the habit and never lost it.
Amazing. Yeah. Good for you.
Thank you.
Someone on the talkback button leaving us a message on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Alan. Listen to the show from yesterday. You guys were talking about the Waldorf salad. Of course, Mary once again insisted she was right, and she was not. It does not have chicken in it. It is apples, celery, walnuts, grapes, mayo, and it's served on a bed of lettuce. Not all the time, but often. No chicken, Mary, you big dummy.
Oh, see, when I said yesterday that my grandma made frozen Waldorf salad as a little concoction, everyone, there's no chicken in a Waldorf salad.
I'll fight this dude.
What he said, apples, grapes, walnuts, other things, right?
You're all right.
And so, yes, of course.
Well, the Waldorf chicken salad.
All I know is that my grandma didn't put chicken in her frozen Waldorf salad. Why is this chicken so tough, Grandma? Well, it's frozen.
Everybody just needs to just relax, okay?
That guy sounded really relaxed.
He was so upset.
In giving you a hard time. He was very relaxed.
Everybody's just coming at me. I don't know about chicken.
They're getting it all out because you're gone tomorrow. They're getting right. Well, listen, you played yourself, playa.
Yeah, out tomorrow.
And what do you care what he has to say?
Because I was wrong. I don't care what he has to say. He just proved me wrong.
But you learned something.
Yeah, you learned something.
That I tried to teach you yesterday.
Yeah.
But a chicken Waldorf salad.
Sure. I mean, you can put chicken in anything. My chicken cereal is delicious.
Chicken O's?
Chicken popsicles.
People will say, there's no chicken
spaghetti
in...
from Ciccolini's?
People will say, there's no chicken in cereal. And I'll go, you're wrong. I put chicken in cereal.
Are you sure you're not just eating dog food with milk?
Dog food with milk. I say that to my dog all the time because she's such a mooch. So anytime somebody's eating something, she'll sit there next to them and just stare. Mm-hmm. And I always go, you have dog food. Mm-hmm. I buy dog food for you.
Away.
And then I pick her up and I open the window and I throw her outside.
Toss her.
That's right. No matter what the weather outside. Throw her out. Because of those Window Nation windows, I'll tell you what, they open and close so smoothly. It's the easiest part of the whole defenestration of the dog operation.
Do you enjoy tossing puppies out windows?
She's not a puppy.
Dogs
She's
out
going to be an old lady. We've had our dog for...
almost 12, right?
Yeah, she turned 11 in February. Her birthday is the same as Bill's. That's how I remember Bill's birthday.
Very good.
Because he shares a birthday with June Carter Cox, our Australian Shepherd.
I made a charcuterie board yesterday.
I saw the picture.
Looked good, didn't it?
Well, it's hard to tell, but I like charcuterie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that aggravated me. My friend comes over. She got there a little bit early, and I'm like putting it together, and I've got all the stuff out. She goes, "What do you need me to do?" And I was like, "Well, I've never made a charcuterie board before." And she goes,
"Really?"
Honestly, yeah. She goes, "I like went and bought the little Lazy Susan and everything. I went yesterday and got all the ingredients." She goes, "Seriously, it's not that serious. Like, because everyone's just gonna put their hands in it and mess it up anyway. Just put, this type of meat here and cheese." And so it was so easy that I got aggravated at the girls on Instagram who are like, "Oh my God, it's an art form," which I guess if you want to fold the salami to look like roses or whatever
and stuff,
they do.
yeah.
Do you get the provolone wrapped in the salami? Do you get those?
I didn't. Well, this is my first time. So I just got...
kind of the fundamentals.
Right. 2 different kinds of salami, some prosciutto, and then 3 different kinds of cheese, a sharp cheddar, a blueberry vanilla cheese, which was delightful.
Sounds great.
So good.
Yep.
And then an everything bagel seasoned goat cheese.
Okay.
Spreadability, some pickled vegetables, grapes,
Did you have
apples.
almonds?
No nuts on this one.
Okay.
But fig jam, honey.
If you don't mind them, you know what another great addition is?
Huh.
Dried apricots.
Oh, okay.
Like a dried
Delicious.
apricot.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So we were picking at that, and I got a little. I had a little bit of a growing up moment when I was like, oh. People who think things are fancy, this is just meat slapped on a board.
Yes.
There's nothing fancy to
That's why they had to call it charcuterie.
Yeah.
At all.
You can
No.
just call it the salami board.
Right. Salami on wood. That's all that it was.
Ladies, I've prepared for you a delicious salami on wood.
And that's why they will fold it into a flour to make it seem even fancier.
Yeah.
Because if you just put the Oscar Mayer salami package out,
The bologna.
yeah,
Well,
or
that's what I was
the hard
thinking.
salami, they're all stuck together,
Yeah.
and you're just peeling it off there. Not as fancy
Well, because
as
I was
the meat
like,
flour.
my girlfriends are not, they're not pretentious or anything like that. I could have just as easily done exactly that. Opened up every package, left it on my kitchen counter, and been like, pick what you want.
You could have had a sleeve of Townhouse and some Swiss cheese cubes, and you would have been fine.
And they'd have been like, cool, let's snack on this cheese.
But also, think for a minute about how sad it is that there are people who are trying to flex on Instagram with charcuterie.
There are. If you look up hashtag...
I believe you.
Oh, gosh. It's
Sad.
It's just, I'm not saying that some of them aren't absolutely over the top, but it is
But to
not
what
something...
end?
Right.
Yes.
It is, one is going to get messed up.
Yes.
People are putting their hands into it. Like, you know? But it was cool. It was, some pickles. It was fun. And the girls came over and checked out the new house. And I was saying yesterday how my boyfriend is Joanna Gaines 100%. So they're like complimenting the decor. And oh my God, I love this room and that. I'm like, all Brian, 1000%. My metalhead tatted up boyfriend has an eye for decor. Okay. So that's what
Was
he
there
does.
was there one eye catcher that you could lay claim to?
No.
Not even the tea kettle.
The tea kettle. They did like the tea kettle. Yes.
There you go.
This is what I'm saying.
They have the tea kettle is on top of my stove. Like
And
right
they
in the
said,
middle.
well, certainly, based on your charcuterie skills, you've got a fancy tea kettle over here. It all tracks.
Yeah. Because, like, my stuff, I was living like a college boy, to be honest with you. Like, when I brought...
Having sex with a lot of girls.
Oh, everywhere. All over that apartment. When I'm moving my stuff into my boyfriend's house, and I had my Dumb and Dumber poster that I have had framed since college, and he goes... No, and I was like, "There's nowhere to put."
You were the girl
my
in this.
Dumb and Dumber poster.
You were the girl in this.
I was the guy.
I'm sorry, you were the guy. Yeah,
because it's his
He
house.
was the girl. That's
He's
right.
the girl. He's got it all. It's all grays and sages and pale blues, and everything makes sense.
My wife's got it so easy with me because I was never like a beer or car poster guy.
That's all I had.
I have a ton of like full sheet lobby card movie posters, but they're all rolled up.
Yeah.
Because they're not going up anywhere.
Yep, Dumb and Dumber went into storage, and I was like, kind of a little bit heartbroken because I'm like, man, I have taken this.
Not even above the crapper.
Not even we've got a nice little farmhouse barn door sliding thing above the crapper.
Why did he go all that?
That is just the way that he is. That's his style. He likes things very neat and clean and matching. And if I had my choice, I would put down a purple rug with a red coffee table and a blue candle on top of it and be like, my friend made this.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like color and mismatch, and none of it makes any sense. I had a bright blue dresser until I moved in with him, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
He is a very succinct type of decor.
Okay.
Yeah. I had my comedy awards on the bottom of a console table. That's about what
Not
I
even
have.
prominently displayed? Not on a mantle or anything?
Well, we have like two console tables, so
So
it's
you
on the one that you can
in
see.
your house, you need a girl cave
I need a girl cave.
to put all your stuff in the corner. Hey, leave me alone and play an Xbox.
Really? I do. My Guitar Hero.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it was really great to have them there. It felt like, a little housewarming, and we had a little fake wine and our charcuterie and some chips and guac. It was a good night.
All right. And did he come home and get all the accolades from the
He
girls?
did.
Yeah.
He was getting a haircut too, actually, Bill. He came home and was all freshly lined up, looking cute. And my one friend, she's the sweetest, she goes, "Oh, wow, you're handsome in real life." And I was like, what does that mean?
In real life.
Like he's not cute in pictures,
You know, when I saw him in the metaverse, he looked a lot different.
It's usually the other way around where people look better in pictures. And then you see him in real life, you're like, what the?
Yeah, so.
However, by the
Where did
time
that
they
come
met him, they had already been exposed to his decorating style. And that
Correct.
probably made him pre-attractive.
Probably.
Yeah.
The fact that they walked in, they saw our wooden hello sign, and I was like, not me. It was not me.
Guys, I don't say hello to you in person, all right? I'm not going to wood engrave it on a sign. Alan is a chef. I think that charcuterie is Lunchables for hipsters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a funny line, but I mean, it doesn't even have to be a hipster thing. It's
No,
nice. It's
no.
nice.
For
Yeah,
people
it's just
that like cheese
and meat. There's nothing
It's
wrong with
good.
cheese and meat,
Yeah.
boy.
There are days when that's what I want for dinner, where I'm like, I'll look up a restaurant that has like a large charcuterie section, or like the pick and choose
Build your own
boards.
boards,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? That's just what I want today. Want some cured meats?
When we went
honey.
to, it's 10 years now, but when we got engaged we were in Paris for Christmas. And we knew, even over there, everything's going to be closed Christmas Day. And so we had to go shopping for food, in our hotel room or whatever. Everything is going to be shut down on Christmas. So we went to one of those huge European, they have these multi-level, markets. And most of what we had was just bread and meat and cheese. And
What else do you need?
Which is not stuff that I normally, here, would eat all that, all
But
that
it's
much.
Christmas and you're in France.
Yeah, it's also
Let
France, too,
loose.
where you don't feel like you're getting, bogged down with all this stuff. Alan, I'm a fireman, and you guys talking about the smell of people dying, it's so pungent and putrid, it sticks to you. And you can smell it for the rest of the day, and it gets on your clothes if it's real bad.
God.
The smell of someone who's been burned to death is so much worse than a regular dead body. Poundcake makes a good point. Not wanting to know what that smells like because it messes with you forever.
That's what I was going to
Sure.
say. You're not going to smell that for the rest of the day. You're going to smell that for the rest of your life.
Imagine people who work in funeral homes too. I think about that.
Well, I think that's different because you have them embalmed.
No. I mean,
so-
like the. Well, I guess maybe that'll make them smell worse.
Well,
Can you smell them when they're burning, like in a crematorium?
Oh, I didn't think about
That's
that.
what I'm thinking
No,
of.
'cause that's so hot that I think it
Takes the smell away.
Well, it just happens so fast.
But they're also embalmed, so it's probably all chemically, and it's probably not like...
I don't think it's the same. I mean, it probably doesn't smell good, but I don't think it's the same as someone
Rotting.
burning in a house fire.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get someone like that on the Poundcake because I really. How fast does a body burn? I'm never gonna be able to ask that question and not sound like a
Can you
creep.
get a mortician?
Yeah, like how quickly does the body burn? Can you smell it?
I have a
Well-
buddy at home who's a mortician. Should ask him.
When my dad died, we asked the guy. We were like, "Do we need to get like an extra large urn?" And he's like,
Do you guys have piano crates that we could...
He was like, "No, all that's left is the bones."
Extra large urn.
Because he was such a big guy, we didn't know that. Obviously, the
Right.
fat melts away, but you're not thinking of that. So we're
Right.
like, "Man, we're gonna need like a whiskey drum
I don't-
to put this guy in."
I don't want to sound insensitive.
My dad has been barrel aged for 18
Right.
months.
Charred oak.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound insensitive, but do you?
But I will.
But I have to ask
go
her
ahead,
because
it's
she's
okay.
open. Do you see him go in?
No.
no,
That's
no,
all
that's
done
all.
like behind it. It's not like Ozark.
Well, I
That's
didn't know.
all done
I don't
behind the
know.
scenes.
I didn't watch Ozark, but like,
Where you're all pushing
I,
them in together.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know if there was like a
You're all getting your back into it together.
I didn't know if it was a last.
Heave ho!
I didn't know if it was like a morgue where you could. I mean, not you can't really go into a morgue unless you're a mortician. But like, I didn't know if
A
it was like.
DIY morgue? Is that what
Yeah.
you're describing?
I didn't know if it was a last goodbye. Like you
Not
see him
there.
laying on the table. You're
like
like,
a
all right.
Viking funeral?
No.
Shooting flaming arrows onto him on the, on
You
the
shove
lake?
him in.
No,
I didn't know.
I think that the professional does that.
Okay, I didn't know if you could watch. I didn't know if someone would watch.
I don't know that that's ever been asked. We didn't request that. We didn't
I'm
request
sure there's
to watch
people
our
that have
father burn.
asked.
But
Let me see him.
Alan, you can definitely smell them. There's one right next to Strongsville High School.
the crematorium.
I assume that's what they're alluding to.
Bro, that
But
Boy, if you
I'm
go
sure
to
you can
Strong-
smell it, but I don't think it's the same smell
Yeah, you probably smell something.
as someone in a house fire.
Imagine if you go to that high school. They're like, yeah, that's just the crematorium. But what's that smell? It's
like a-
acrid almost. It's the crematorium.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just
It's right next door. It's
burned
fine.
flesh. No
Yeah.
big deal.
There is a girl on YouTube, Ask a Mortician.
Oh,
If you've seen that come up in your feed at all, it's kind of interesting. She'll kind of go viral every now and then. Caitlin Doty is the girl's name. And she answers all that kind of stuff, Poundcake.
he's on the phone now.
Oh. Embalm your dad at work day.
Yeah,
I don't-
right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing. Witness cremations are definitely a thing. Some people want to see and make sure their loved one is actually being cremated. As opposed to what?
Dude, my mom
You're
went
going
on
to get
about
a...
that.
My thought was always, you're going to get a little bit of the last person who was cremated too when they scoop up the cremains and put it into the urn.
Yeah.
You're getting some of the last guy's grandma.
They're called cremains.
I know they
yeah.
are. It just makes me think of Jeff Tate's bit. He's got a about cremains and craisins.
Oh,
Cremains is one of it's the best portmanteau of all time.
It's
is
incredible.
Cremains, but because they scoop that out and put it in an urn or whatever, it's going to be part of.
Somebody
I don't think they
else.
hose them down every time. I
I don't know what they do.
I don't know either.
But that was one of the conspiracy the flu around my family where they're just like, well, how do we know it's Dad? And I'm like, I don't think.
Who cares?
Right. It's the urn
he's
is
dead.
what we're talking about.
Right.
This little blue urn sitting on my dresser, that's Dad. That's all I need to know, you know?
Right.
Now was your boyfriend like, can you get one that's more of a chalk color so it fits in?
Well, you do kind of go nose blind, too. I remember working when I worked in a coffee house, and you're grinding beans all day long, and you just don't smell it anymore. But then if you were to go into another place, you'd smell coffee. You know, like somebody was texting me that they work in a fortune cookie bakery. Ooh. And they never smell the vanilla.
Yeah.
But if you were to walk in, you'd be like, oh my God, it smells so good in here, you know?
Delicious.
But you work there all the time, you know. Maybe that's the case for crematoriums. They go, you know what? I don't even smell the corpses anymore, man. It's great.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just have a lifetime deal with Febreze, and they walk in there, spray that around. They're like, you wouldn't even know we're burning dead bodies in the other room.
You know, I put this up next to my high school son's sweat socks, and boy, you can't tell the difference. Mm-hmm. There used to be a pet crematorium next to the Speedway on Cedar and Lee. A pet crematorium. That's just called a bonfire, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you go out back, throw it on the pyre.
Stick lighter.
Yeah,
and some fluid.
Yeah.
That's what my buddy does for his job. Is he goes around and collects pet corpses.
Collects them? Does he work for like the Public Works Department? Or
he works for a crematorium that they specialize in pets, and so he'll go around and pick them up from either
it's like a tiny little
homes. They got little boxes that he has to put them in. He has to write their name down because they are assigned to like different urns and stuff, and then the people like will either go through the veterinarian or they'll get a little urn sent back to him.
Is it fulfilling work?
He doesn't mind it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a way to make a living.
Yeah, it pays well, and there's other people like it because nobody wants to do that job. Nobody wants to go pick up dead animals, especially like pets.
Alan, my mom passed away last month. I couldn't imagine watching her being cremated. Yeah, that's sorry for your loss, and I agree. Unless you could put stuff on them to make it smell, like maybe this is
throw some rosemary on there.
I mean, this might be put
some essential oils in with it.
Yeah, this might be a market sector that the crematorium business, the mortuary business, is missing out on, like add-ons. Mm-hmm.
Like when you're in a massage and they're like, "Do you want any
essential oils?"
Or you get those like
sprays for the room,
the like packets that you put into a fire and makes it burn like blue and green. And like,
I've got some of those.
Some of that in there.
Yeah, they are underwhelming. You think it's going to look like the 4th of July in your fireplace, and it kind of looks like a tiny blue sparkler. Yeah. Quickly, let me go to Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, just out of curiosity, do you remember that movie about a decade ago called Awake?
With Ryan Phillippe? Okay, I got to let you go, Brian. I don't know why I'm hearing myself, but it's driving me crazy. I don't know if you're on speaker or what's going on, but thank you, Brian. Hey, Woody.
Alan.
Yes.
How's your day, brother?
So far, so good.
You're talking about stinky crematoriums and stuff like that. I grew up in western Iowa, and when I first became a
good for you!
It certainly was. But, a lot of the contracts, when I was just a snot-nosed helper getting into this trade, we did a lot of roof work on places like Iowa Beef Processing and Farmland Foods and Oscar Mayer. And you want to talk about some of the stenches that come out of the exhaust vents up on top of these roofs.
Sure.
It was just bananas.
Everybody knows from coast to coast, Iowa Beef Processing kicks out the most. It's funk.
but anyway, just recently, I think it was last summer, I did a side job on a weekend with some friends of mine down in some southern suburb. I can't remember which one it was, but we replaced. We actually just re-roofed this little industrial strip mall that had a pet crematorium in it. And we were working on a Sunday up there, and the guy said that they weren't going to be doing any business, but somebody came in and fired it up, and the stench that came out of those exhaust vents, we all just went running for the hills.
I wonder what the largest pet that a pet crematorium would do. Like, people love exotic animals. If you walk in there with like a 25-foot dead boa constrictor or something, I wonder if they'll throw it right in there and fire it up. I wonder what the size restrictions are at a pet crematorium. I don't know.
Sometimes they gotta just make something fit.
A snake, you could really get it. Yeah. So how big is your snake? Well, it's pretty big. I don't know. I mean, we can fold it up there, but I've also got...
you're a guy, you just coil it up, right?
That's right. Just tuck it in your sock. Hey-oop. I've got to take a break. I'll have another $1,000 for you at 3:30. So if you're hoping to go fund yourself, you're in luck. Listen for that keyword to get $1,000. If you want to go see the band Wage War, they're going to do a show next month at the House of Blues. So I'll get you hooked up with that. 35192 if you want to text for anything, and we'll be back.
This is the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have. Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
From the Universal Windows Direct Weather Center, WMMS Weather.